Good afternoon, team. Happy Tuesday. Um, Hope you guys had a nice weekend. Okay, so today, today was basically a flat day. We went, we ended up down like 50 points in the day, but it was basically a sideways, day, and I'll cover that in a second. But I wanted to show this real quick here. We've been, since last week, we've been in this uptrending channel. So remember, we were kind of doing this, right? Now we're doing this, right? But then what I'm noticing here is the lower part of the channel gets hitting hit. But then when we try to make a rally here, we don't get to the top one. Then we gap up, but then we still don't get to the high end of this channel, and then we start falling over here. We don't get to this high end of the channel. And then if you notice this little mini trending channel within the bigger channel, it's kind of like slumping over. It's kind of like, this looks like it's gonna fall over. That's one way of one aspect of this. The other aspect is um, this lower trending channel um, will eventually get hit because this looks like it's kind of turning over. Like we're kind of doing this now. So this will eventually get hit. And then what I'm thinking is right here, guys, right here. This is the gap that needs to get filled. So will we see 300 again? That's 8 points lower. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Let me refresh this. Again, we were basically in this sideways. I mean, again, it's a good improvement. I mean, last week we were dealing with these channels here back in the 280, 290s, and then eventually got over 300, and we kind of like over 295, and then kind of we meandered around 300, and then we just gapped up, and I started playing in this arena here. Um, I see this getting filled sometime in the next couple of weeks. This is gonna get filled, and then once it gets filled, we need 300 to hold. If 300 holds, then this could become something where like we kind of stay right here, and then we eventually build this base and go higher. Now, again, this is the gap I'm referring to. This gap right here, this is still empty. That needs to get filled. That's one thing. On the positive side, the 21 held. Okay, the 21 held nicely, and we did close above it, but we still didn't get. We didn't close above Friday's high, and we didn't get above this trend line right here, which is we need to get above this low and this closing over here, and then obviously get above Friday's high. So there's still a little resistance here. We are on an uptrend. This doesn't mean anything. The follow through day is still intact. So it is a little bit of lower volume. So there's basically there's a mixed bag here. The MT finished at 88. We're still on the high end. I really thought we were gonna have a bigger flush down. When this morning we were down like 180 points, I thought, okay, here we go. 200-point day on the downside, and the market just, rebounded, nicely, and strongly. But then it kind of tapped out here. So I took some profits on my shorts. I told you guys I'm heavily short coming into the day. So that was a welcoming sight. Took about 70% off when I saw the rebound. When I saw this kind of happen, let me clean this up. When this bar happened, and let it finish. And then when this bar occurred, that we went above it, that's it. I started cleaning up my shorts. Took about 70% off. It was basically a break even because remember, I was under a lot of heat here on Friday. I was kind of down a little bit, so this kind of just got me back to almost even. I might have net like 0.5%. So I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting a big flush down, like 300 points down. We might get it tomorrow, guys. We might get it tomorrow. Tomorrow might be the day that this gap gets filled and we break down. And I was too early getting off, and then all that drama that I went through and stress and being down here that kind of broke even here. I might have been for nothing, and I lost the profitability on the downside. Who knows? I have no idea. I'm just playing probabilities, and the probability was okay. We went lower here. Let me clean this up. We went lower, took advantage of it, took some profits. Then we had a nice hammer candle, reversal candle. Okay, let it confirm. It confirmed. I'm out. That's it. The top side is done. The bottom side, it's done. So that's it, because it reversed. This low was never hit again. Okay, so if we break lower and then we go lower, then this low is hit. But I don't have my crystal ball. I have no idea. So I'd rather be cautious and then kind of get myself back to a break even scenario on my shorts from these couple days here being the high end. Um, Again, net, it was really a nothing burger when because it was just so like sideways movements. I mean, been in a 5 point range the last couple of days, so nothing really happened with that. Now, what's gonna happen tomorrow? I have no idea, but it looks like, especially being down in the last 15 minutes in a down bar, um, it looks like we might have a down day. But look, we were we were in a down bar a couple days ago, and then we got up and went higher. So who knows? I mean, guys, who knows? Nobody knows anything. We trade probabilities. But what I am saying is this uptrend right here, it looks like it's kind of like getting a little bit exhausted. So just like when we had this downtrend here, we had maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and then we went higher. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Do we see a sixth and then we go down? I don't know. But there's a gap here, okay? There's still a gap here, and it needs to get filled. Let me look at the SPY. Same thing, basically the same thing. Sideways, we had this little mini gap here. Nothing to write home about. Pretty much, the good thing about the SPY is, look, the SPY did close, stay within this low, and instead kind of like a indecision bar where it closed right almost at the middle, higher end towards the middle, but of the day. So it's basically an indecision bar where the bears and the bulls were fighting and they all kind of broke even. The good news is we're still above 21. The 21 is kind of turning a little bit here. So the 50, the 50 has the slope of the 50. It's looking to kind of like wants to kind of do this. So we'll see. It takes time. It's a 50, so it takes 2 months for it to kind of like completely reverse course. So we need to see a lot more price action to get above this downtrend line, get above these guys over here, and then okay, we're gonna hit a head on the 200, probably fall back down again. The 50's in the way here. We'll see. Okay, but basically right now it's choppy action. We went nowhere. I went through my scans again. It's just like inundated with oil and energy stocks. So you don't want to be too heavy on one sector and have like 10 stocks of the same thing. So one or two, it's okay. This is what I was looking at today. Kind of caught my attention. This right here, kind of close above 21. I was looking at it right here. Took a little small position. The 21 is my friend here. Anything below this, I guess I'll get stopped out. What else? RCMT again. When I saw this trend line break, I was waiting for the 21 to come into play. It never did. I saw it take it back on again. It closed to 9. I got in. So I have a very small position. Again, I'm just letting the 21 be my stop out on this. They were just all pullback buys on strong trending stocks. CTRA I was looking at. Again, once it did this kind of this huge pullback here, and it never really got all the way down to the 9, and it really didn't violate too much the last few days. So that was a really strong action. So I took a small position here in CTRA. Again, I didn't alert any of these because again, they're just so small, just kind of pilot testing positions that again, and they're very high risk, not high risk, but a low probability kind of thing because of the market. So that's why I'm just taking little testers to see it. It kind of gives me a feedback on the market overall. If it's strong enough to hold the stronger stocks and continue the uptrend, or does it take everything out with it and just throws the baby out with bathwater kind of thing. So that's kind of my mentality on these little small pilot positions. Another one I was looking at here, Again, on the 21, it's kind of like a line in the sand. LTHM. I made some good money on this one on Friday. That was a good. I had it on Thursday. That's a good move here. I took profits here. Again, this reversal went down a lot. It never really violated Friday, so that was a nice action there. So I have small position, 100 shares, and my stop is below this 29.58. If it kind of comes back inside the 9 and it breaks out this little base right here when it broke out, then I'm out. Again, just trying to test the market to see what's sticking out there. Lilly, Eli Lilly. Again, nice breakout here. It's holding the I mean, it came inside a little bit, but just like 35, 50 cents, whatever. So that's technically still holding it above the 9. So again, if it breaks the 9, I'm out. Just seeing if this has any legs. XEL, another one I was looking at. Again, it's a utility company. Not gonna really set the world on fire, but it was down. It was down big on the day, $1 or something. At one point, but again, holding the 21. I like this little action here. So I'm kind of picking it up at the bottom of this trending channel here. Maybe take it to like 78, 79, 80. My stop is 21. NFE, another one I picked up when it pinned the 9 right here. It pinned the 9, and then it got above that high and that high. This kind of little base right here, this 46.13. Once it pinned it, and I saw that it wasn't going down any lower, and then it took it, I got in. So I got a small position, 100 shares, nothing crazy. And then the 21 be my stop. And then if it comes back to the 50, I have this trend line here that if it comes back and visits it, I'm going to pick up some more and a pullback to the 50. And let me see, did I have anything else? DTM. Again, same thing here. DTM was strong today. I liked it how it kind of during the day when we had a big flush down, it came down, but it never really ever hit 9. So once it took out this little base right here, I got in it. I'm holding it. Letting the 9 be my line in the sand. Again, these are small positions, small little nickel and dime things, just to get myself involved and engaged and see what is holding on. If there's a rotation out of oil into other sectors, so I have some computer. I have some semi, just kind of semi being. Let me see, CTRA. I don't know if that's semi, but it's technology. No, it's oil and gas, which is the one that is oh, sorry, LTHM. That's not semi, but it's kind of like lithium battery tech. So. And then Shell was one that I was looking at. I like this company overall. It's got a nice little trending little thing here. I picked up some here when it ended up in the low of the day, but after hours I'm being rewarded. Again, holding the 9. If I see pullbacks to a particular moving average, and then I see the reversal coming out of it and holding it on a down market, that's showing relative strength. Again, test the position just to see kind of like what it does. My 58, 58, something like that would probably my stop below this little breakout here if it comes back inside, and then I'll add the 21. But again, I like the tightness of this action here. It's kind of going sideways for a little bit. That's perfectly fine on a stronger market. It might take off. What else? And I was looking again at HDSN. Again, this stock cannot get above 10. It just cannot. I mean, again, today it tried to get above 10. It was 10.30 something, and it's kind of just hanging around. It's hanging around this little shop. Eventually, guys, it will take off. So when it hit the 9, I got in. I got in again on this one here. I made some good profits here last week. Remember? So I'm holding this below this little base right here. If it breaks this little base right here, I'm out. But I'm holding this to eventually, once it does break the 10, then it will start trending higher and it kind of stays above 10. So it's kind of like right at 10 after hours. Let's see what it does. So basically, overall, we're still here. Okay, we're still here. Now I can honestly say we're doing this. So if we're doing this, here we go, top of the channel. What is it gonna do? Am I going to lower the channel? What is that going? What is that? What does that take it to? 300. And what does that do? It fills the gap. Simple. That's basically the probabilities. Now, we are now this downtrending channel has now changed character. This is obvious. Okay, you see this. Let me clean this up. You see this. We got this, right? Now we got this from this, right? That's pretty obvious. So this is good. Could this be a bottom? Like, that's it, we're done. We're not going to see anything lower than this. I have no idea. But it's a good start. We have this uptrend now. This gap is still going to get filled. So this right here, top of the channel. This next bar, that was Friday. Today, didn't get top of the channel. Will tomorrow be way up here? That's a big if. That's a big climb. I don't know if you're gonna have enough oomph to get all the way up there. Because that will take it to like 315 around there, 310. That'll take it to 310. So I don't know. I'm thinking probably, I don't know. I have no idea. But we could do this and then eventually come back in here and test this 300 level and fill this gap. I have no idea. I'm just kind of like looking at probabilities. But we are in this uptrending channel. So ride the wave. Have the wind in your back. If you're trading long, make sure you have your stops in place because this market can turn around real quick to the downside, okay? I'll have another video on Thursday. Hope you guys are doing well.